Gaffer, quick turnaround for this one. Probably didn't get back until fairly late, I imagine, on Wednesday. How important, keen are you to stress about getting a reaction from the players for Saturday?
Yeah, it's massive because we all knew that the performance wasn't good enough in large parts on Tuesday night away at Charlton. So yeah, it's we spoke about it today. We've gone over what we felt we could have done better and areas we need to improve, and yeah, we want to see that reaction. I don't think the players, didn't put the work rate in. We just didn't do the basics quite well enough, and yeah, we'll be wanting to change that on Saturday.
We have seen it throughout football really, but throughout this season as well, bouncing back after a result that wasn't what we wanted. So the confidence must be there that it will happen again this weekend.
Yeah, because as I say, they're a good group, and we highlight and we review the games that whenever we play them. So when there is things that are small margins that we can improve on, the players understand it and then try and do better in the next game. But it's important that we try and get some sort of level of consistency as well in our performances, because from being excellent at Barnsley to not being so great at Fleetwood to then being excellent against Peterborough to being average against Charlton at best, it's not really good enough. That's not going to sustain a top half of the league sort of team. So we want to just focus on putting in back-to-back performances if we can. But it is only early in the season. There is still circumstances which might have contributed to two poor away performances, but we'll just try and put that right on Saturday.
What are the main differences from your perspective of playing at home and playing away?
Main differences are probably, obviously, you've got your crowd behind you, which when you do something well early on in the game, it gets them up and gets them excited, and that's pretty much what Charlton did on Tuesday. The first few minutes, when the winger gets through, gets them all excited, gets the momentum for them, and makes it difficult for the opposition. So we try and utilise that as much as we can with our unbelievable support here, and other teams do the same. So when you're the away side, it's important that you start the game well, try and get a foothold in the game early to quieten the crowd down if you can, and then build from there. And we just didn't feel we give ourselves enough of a platform Tuesday to build from. And
let's look at Saturday. Forest Green didn't play on Tuesday. Their game was postponed.
Yeah.
A couple of extra days rest. Don't know whether that makes any difference for them, do you feel?
Possibly, yeah. I wasn't too pleased when I seen that they got called off and we're away at Charlton and we've got to come back in crazy hours in the morning. Obviously that does your head in a little bit, but we can't moan about it. It is what it is. We won't even mention it to the players. We'll just say, look, we've got to focus on us, do what we're good at, try and be better in our own performance. Don't worry too much about them. But yeah, they'll be a tough opposition again to play some nice stuff. Just watch them back there against Ipswich, and I'll watch them in a minute against Lincoln. So they've got good players and play a nice little system of football and a nice way of playing, and it's going to be an hard game again.
Yeah, it seems like every team we play at the minute at the start of the season has a brand new manager, and they're another one, aren't they?
As soon as I seen the fixture list come out, that was the first thing that come to my mind. Oh my God! So again, that's quite hard to plan and prepare for because it's new. They'll all be desperate to impress the new manager, so you get an extra performance early on, don't you, from a new team. So new when the fixtures come out, it's going to be tough, and that's what it's proved to be so far. All of them have been hard games. So yeah, we're expecting nothing different on Saturday, and we just need to be better than what we were the other day. And if we get anything like our other performances that we've put in this year, we'll be all right.
Yeah, just finally, we've sold out our allocation. We quite often talk about fans. Yeah, sold out earlier today. So
class.
Again, superb. Over 1,000 will be up in Gloucestershire. You spoke before the Charlton game about giving them something to cheer. That's the aim again, eh?
Thankfully they did. Thankfully we scored a goal and give them a little bit of hope for a few minutes. Thought again Tuesday night the fans could see that for large parts of the first half in particular we were in the game, like we were playing okay, playing some good stuff without having the last pass, the final product, and they could see that the effort was there. The sending off kills you, the third goal kills the game, and the second half performance is hanging in. But once again they stuck behind the lads, they sang all the way through. They sound like they enjoyed themselves with some of the comedy chants that they were doing, which I get, and yet we scored a goal for them, and then they stayed behind, the large majority of them, and clapped the players. So I was really pleased with that. Now on Saturday it's up to the lads now and us, the coaching staff, to put in a real performance and try and get them 3 points.
Top stuff, Gaffer. Best of luck.